This is Ubuntu Unity. Now you might notice that it is nothing but Ubuntu 17.04, but the project Ubuntu Unity is still very alive with the help of ruthless Saraswat. The last few years we saw this project move further ahead, and finally the announcement of Unity 7.6. The first major release of Unity in 6 years. In this video, I'll explore Ubuntu Unity and the possibility of Unity to get back in line while Ubuntu from Canonical continues to ship GNOME. This is Deep from Arc Technologies. Let us dive in. Okay, so I have booted into the Linux distribution. If we go to the application menu, there is a certain problem with the scaling, I think, so it doesn't appear. Other than that, everything feels very smooth and Unity effortlessly opens and closes applications. As you can see, the animations and all, they are very smooth. Now let us go on with the installation. And the installation application is very similar to the one that we get from Ubuntu. Default shipped by Ubuntu. You get to choose your keyboard layout, then you can choose for minimal installation or normal installation, and then install third-party softwares for Wi-Fi hardware and additional other hardwares for playing the media formats and more. Then you get to choose the installation type, and due to some reason the resolution just switched back to the normal, and I'm inside a virtual machine currently, so that might be a problem. Then choose your location, and then finally you get to enter your name. Enter your name and your computer name gets automatically selected. Then you need to pick a username, choose a password, make sure to choose something a strong password, and there are some other options from where you can choose from. Click on continue and it begins with installation. Now, talking about the system, let us try and go back to the original 1080 pixel resolution, and there we have it. Click on apply. That's it. Keep the configuration. Yep. Now the entire installation process takes around 15 minutes. Now I'm using a virtual machine, so it might be taking longer here, but in your computer it will probably be over in around 7 to 8 minutes. So now let us log into the installed version of Ubuntu Unity. And then finally we are greeted by the login screen. Now enter your password. Just click and enter the password, press the enter button, and let us fix the resolution first. I guess we need to open display for fixing the resolution. Open display, or let us just install the open VM tools, right? That will also fix the resolution. So let us go and install that. Enter your password. Well, if you're testing it out in a virtual machine, then you need to do this, but other than that, oh, it is already installed. Well, then I can just minimize and maximize. That should solve the problem. Yeah, that's it. Done. Now let us close the terminal. So there are some software updates that are available. You can go for the updates if you like. And this is currently, let us see what version of Unity we are using. For that, you can open the Synaptic Package Manager, enter your password, click on authenticate. And now we need to search for the package that is Unity. Close it. Now let us search. Enter Unity and search. Okay, click any package and enter Unity, and as you can see we are using the 7.5.1 version of Unity, and we need to update this package. For that we need to run sudo apt upgrade, which should probably fix the problem, and let us upgrade to 7.6. And if you notice that with 7.5 there are some subtle gradients that appear in the right-click menus of the panel that is there in the left side, also in the application launchers. So those things have become much more flatter in the 7.6 version of Unity. Wait for the upgrade to complete. Now let us open the Firefox, and if you go to the official documentation for Unity 7.6, you can just search on Google, or I will put the link in the description. If you head over to the official site and check for the upgrade instruction, they provide the same thing, that you need to go for sudo apt update and then upgrade the system in order to install Unity. Unity 7.6. Yep. So if you're using Ubuntu Unity 22.04, you can go and get the update just by running sudo apt update and sudo apt upgrade. Now, since the installation is done, let us search for Unity again, and there it is, and we're using 7.6 as you can see. So if you want, you can do a quick restart in order to experience all the features. Sometimes some parts of the upgrade get activated just after a restart. So if you would like to do a restart, you can do that. So let me just show you. There you click on restart and it restarts the system. Finally, we are back to the login screen. Enter your password and then login, and let us again fix the resolution, and there you go, you're using Unity 7.6. Now there are some subtle differences between Unity 7.5 and 7.6 which you will notice in a minute, and I'll be showing you out all those differences. Okay, as you can see in the application menu, they have removed all those white kind of gradients that were there in the application menu, and also in the right click menus that are there on the panel. So they have been replaced with a very much flat appearance. So that is a change that they have done in 7.6 Unity. And let's head over to the appearance and check out there are some cool wallpapers here, and if you see that if I change the wallpaper, the accent color, the color of the system, entire system changes according to the wallpaper, which is really cool. And I like this idea. Even in the previous distro that I was testing on KDE, that is the KOS or the KOS, whatever you say, there they have not activated that option, but it was really cool to have those things change according to the wallpaper. The colors change according to the wallpaper. So they have added support for the accent colors to Unity and Unity Control Center, and they have updated the theme list in the Unity Control Center. That is what they have done. Now they have also redesigned the dash and the HUD to have a very modern and sleek look. I have shown you earlier about that. Now you in the appearance part, or inside the Unity Control Center, you can go and change the wallpaper. You can change the themes that are there. You can go for changing the color to something else, like there are a number of options like olive, magenta and all, but I would like them to change accordingly with the wallpaper, like what is happening with the application menu and also with the entire panel, right? So it would make the things look a bit more consistent. So if I change to purple, I don't need to manually change to purple for that to take effect. And if I change to something else, a different color, it would be better if everything changed accordingly. Let us select this one. It should be based on blue. So as you can see, it still sticks to purple, and I need to manually change the color to blue. So that is a change that I would like to see. And you can change the launcher icon size to a different number, which I have shown earlier. And there is also another tab which basically deals with the behavior. So that is all that you can see here. Now they have also fixed broken app info and ratings in Dash preview. Now it's time to look around the system. So you can go to the application launcher. From there, let us search for system settings, and let's see what's there inside settings. So you have appearance, brightness, lock, language support, and several other options. Let us go to details, and as you can see, it is running Ubuntu 22.04. and one thing that I noticed now is that everything is themed with orange, right? And initially it was themed with purple. So they could have done a little bit of more work to theme everything purple. So one thing, another change that they have done is that clicking on trash now opens Nemo instead of Nautilus, which was a problem in the previous builds. And that has been changed in Unity 7.6 in this version. And they have also made some other changes. Now let us go to the application menu, and they have updated the info panel in the Unity Control Center. They have improved dash rounded corners. They have fixed the empty trash, which I told you earlier. They have also migrated the complete Unity 7 shell or source code to GitLab and got it to compile on 22.04. The design is much flatter, which I told you earlier. There is no white gradient that was there in the previous Unity 7.5, which was there. Now it has not been included in 7.6. And the design also includes the system-wide blur. The dock menus and the tooltips have been given a more modern look because of that removal of the weird gradient. And the low graphics mode now works much better, and the dash it is even faster. Now the RAM usage in Unity 7 has been made slightly lower, because the RAM usage was a lot in one of the previous build which I was testing. Let me just open the system monitor and check it out. It is using 1.5 GB of the RAM. Decent, okay, not a problem. We can go and open the browser. Let us see how much of a spike it happens if we open the browser in the RAM usage. So there we go. It's using about a 200 to 300 more extra MBs with the RAM. Now we just shot up to 400, which is quite normal. And then they have also fixed the standalone testing Unity 7 launcher, which will help Unity 7 contributors. And another thing, the buggy tests have been disabled and the build time is much shorter. This will also help the Unity 7 contributors. Let us see what is there on the panel. The default change things that whatever is there on Unity, the same things are included as of now in the panel. You can change the volume, you can go and check the network and all, and also you can open the calendar. These are the things that you can do from the panel. Now let us open settings and check out what are the other things that we have in appearance. So appearance I showed you earlier, basically that is all. Let us see, let's open the Unity tweak tool, right? It will help us change some of the things that are there. So first we have the launcher. We can turn on auto hide. You can change the transparency level of the launcher to whatever you like, and it does reflect the change in the transparency. As you can see in the side panel that is there, it becomes far more transparent as we move the as we change the values there. I don't know if the application launcher is making any change in the transparency. You can turn off background blur. You can turn on background blur. You can change the mode to active or static or whatever is your choice. You can change the transparency level of the panel, and let me change the wallpaper, right, so that you can understand what is happening in the background, which I will do in a minute. So if I make it transparent, you can't understand here. Let me change the wallpaper. Let's go to appearance and let us choose something else. Yeah, this should be enough for you to understand. Let us change the transparency level, and as you can see, the transparency changes up there. Also, the transparency in the dash or the panel that we are talking about can be changed easily from the Unity tweak tool. And you can also change the animations that it shows in the panel. These are the things that you can do in Unity 7.6. Basically the same things, right? And it's good to be back with Ubuntu Unity. And I like this change of colors according to the wallpaper in the side panel, in the top bar that is there. But what can be done is that even changing the colors inside the applications that are there, which can also be done. So if it is done, it would make the system look a lot more consistent. What is KDE with their Plasma 5.25 is doing, that would be a great thing to be added to Unity. There is window snapping and all. You can check them out from here. And what is missing is I guess you don't have a single switch dark mode to switch everything. So that could have been added, would be handy. So there are a couple of themes that come pre-installed, and most of them doesn't look good other than the basic one, that is Yaru. And then you have some icon themes. There are plenty, but most of them look old. But the latest icon, other than the latest icon packs that GNOME provide. So that's all in the Unity tweaks tool. Let us go to desktop. You can change the folders or the icons that appear on the desktop from there. And finally, let us close the application. So this wallpaper is pretty nice. Let us see what are the other things that we have inside the system, right? So there is files. For the files, they are using Nemo as the default, and they have actually switched to a number of different applications as default instead of the original GNOME applications that were shipped with Ubuntu. Now, some of the last things that I would like to say are some of the application changes. So for the document viewer, they have changed the default GNOME application with Atril so that it suits the Unity desktop in a better manner. So this is the Atril document viewer for which you can use to view PDFs and all. And for the text editor, they have replaced it with Pluma. So Pluma is a text editor. This is how it looks. And they have replaced the video player with VLC media player, which you already know. The image viewer is Eye of Mate. This is the image viewer. And then finally, they have replaced the system monitor with the Mate system monitor, which I have showed you earlier. Now, I also did a Geekbench, and this operating system performs great on Geekbench, and it uses the hardware in a very in a perfect manner. And here are the results that I'm sharing with you. So I did this on my testing machine. I just plugged in the live pen USB and then booted Ubuntu Unity from there and downloaded Geekbench 5 to do the testing. Whatever. Now, what do you guys think about this video? Please do comment down below, and what do you think about the animations that I have put in the first part, and I would like to include more animations in my video. And if you would like to suggest where to include the animations inside a review video, because in a review I'm just talking about the features, right? So I just don't understand where to include the animations, but I would like to. So some more changes are coming. Now, what matters to me currently is not views, not the revenue, nothing. Only the watch time, because I want to make videos that are enjoyable by the viewers, that make you view the content, so that you love to see my videos. So that is the prime target now. So I hope you guys will be able to help me with this one. Thank you so much for watching this video. Do like, share and subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one.